What did you think you were going to experience at that meeting? Now, let me tell you how I learned about Toastmasters. I was carpooling, and the person I carpooled with said, "That guy Lee in IT invited me to a meeting at lunch. You want to go?" I said, "Sure, I got nothing better." 10 years later, here I am. She joined the same day I did and never went back to another meeting. But it has transformed my life. Now, I want each of you to think back to what you thought Toastmasters was before you came. Then what you realized after you attended a meeting. And what did you expect to learn from Toastmasters? I think most of you expected to learn to be able to speak coherently without passing out in front of an audience, ranging in size from 4 people to whatever the crowd gave. To do better at work, to be able to give presentations. But I think most people, when they join Toastmasters, the only thing they expect to get out of it is to be a better speaker and communicator. But I want to open your eyes today to the opportunity to learn more than you expect. I want you to consider becoming an officer of Daybreakers Toastmasters Club. The roles that we have are President, Vice President of Education, Vice President Membership, Vice President Public Relations, Secretary, Treasurer, and Sergeant at Arms. Each of those roles teach you things that you would not learn as just an audience member at a Toastmasters Club meeting. So I want to talk to you a little bit about what you can expect to get out of being one of these officers. Let's start with Sergeant at Arms. At this club, and this role is different in each club because each club has different requirements. Our club is unique in that we have a facility and we meet so early in the morning. So the Sergeant at Arms in some clubs is the easiest role you can have. That is not true of this club. As other things, Daybreakers ask more than some clubs do. At this club, if you're Sergeant at Arms, you get a key to that door there and a key to that closet. And you get here at 6 o'clock in the morning and you make sure the room is set up and you get the coffee stuff out and you have coffee perking when whoever volunteered to bring breakfast walks in at 6:15. Because if you don't, coffee is not ready when the members get here. And you have never seen surly people, as you see, if coffee is not ready when they get here. So the biggest responsibility Sergeant at Arms has is the actual physical setup of the room and getting coffee made. The Secretary and Treasurer, their role is the biggest role that Trent Martin has as treasurer is whoever brings breakfast hands him a receipt and wants a check back that day. Now they also are responsible for making sure when we pay our dues, that those dues are forwarded to TI and that we're a member in good standing and a club in good standing. But most of us couldn't care less about that. We want our check when we buy breakfast. As secretary, they're in charge of other record keeping that goes to TI. The Vice President of Public Relations is the role that Jerry Hobby is filling right now, and he redesigned our website. So whoever takes over that role has a good foundation in place because the public relations in this club mainly focuses on our website. It also means that if there is something like the fall conference where they want you to put up something for your club to promote your club, you have an opportunity to promote the club somewhere else, the Public Relations VP is the one in charge of that. VP of Membership makes sure that when a guest walks in that door, they are asked to fill out a membership application. They're encouraged to join. The VP of Education. Now, this job, I have to tell you, this is the hardest job in Toastmasters. This is not, I am not going to sugarcoat it. I have been in clubs where they tried to split the duties because it seemed like too much for one person, and it just doesn't work. If you are a person that is willing to take on this role, you will learn more about each individual in this club than you ever thought possible. And I want to encourage you to do that, because that's when you truly grow, when you take on the hardest job possible. President. Now this is going to surprise you. President is the easiest job there is. I have been president, and I have filled every role in here. Not necessarily at this club, but I have filled every role in here, and I got to tell you, president, if you have a good people filling those other roles, president's the easiest job there is. That's the one that y'all should sign up for first. If you don't want to do anything else, sign up to be president. Because then you get to open the meeting, you get to close the meeting, and you get to delegate everything else. So, now nominations are open. We're looking for people to fill these roles. And I encourage each of you to carefully consider your skills. If you see a role here that would bolster weak skills, so you would get to flex some muscles, I encourage you to try it. Please consider becoming an officer of Daybreakers.
Thank you very much. And as an action item to add to that, we have this list of roles that were passed out with the descriptions of it. Please write your name on the top and then mark any role that you might be willing to fill, of which we'll produce ballots from. And I want all of our members to mark at least one position on here. So go ahead and write your name and mark something. Yes, of course. Here. Okay, so take a minute and write your comments on Vicki's speech, and I'll give you a moment of silence. First, we'll do the comments. She needs a minute for people